The number one love language that a woman responds to every single time is how well you're able to get your physique on point. You can say all of the right things and you can even do all of the right things and still lose your girl, especially if your body is not saying enough. Going back into my early days, there was a time I was in shape just enough. I hit the gym here and there. I dressed decently and had some sort of game. I thought I knew what women actually wanted, but I kept noticing something different. The attention wasn't consistent with these females. The crazy part that I realized was that I was getting friend zoned by females that I had a high interest in that were actually giving more time and attention to guys that didn't even have the resources that I had at the time. It wasn't until I locked in, fellas, and cut the excuses. The energy flipped in my favor. Conversations started to get extremely better. And those second glances that females typically do whenever they see a guy that's in shape, I started to recognize that I was getting a lot more of those second glances. And the boundaries that females put in front of men to kind of help weed out the strong from the weak, those became non-existent for me. Ultimately, that's when I realized, fellas, that getting in shape was not just about self-improvement. This became a new language that every woman on this earth understands, fellas. So let's get one thing clear. A woman's attraction becomes primal before it's ever emotional. The love languages only kick in after you pass the attraction test. You have to remember that. So when you walk in with a nice physique, you've built and put on more muscle and you have a nice posture and presence, you're speaking to her nervous system before she even hears what you have to say coming out of your mouth. And if you're not doing this with your presence, fellas, then yeah, you might be saying everything right, but you're speaking a language that she's not in the mood to hear. When your body shows discipline, strength, and presence, these females out here are going to feel it and they're going to adjust for you. So to make all of this more concrete, fellas, have you ever seen a woman break all of her rules for a man that had no money, no ambition, but he had a well put together physique? Exactly. It doesn't mean that his career and cash doesn't matter. What I'm saying is it just shows you physical attraction can override logic within females. Society has lied to us men, telling us that it's what's on the inside that counts. That your body doesn't matter if you're a good man. But here's the truth, fellas. You can believe that if you want to. You don't get a chance to show who you are on the inside if you can't even get in. If you can't even pass the check that females are looking for. And that's a physical attraction test. Life isn't fair. I get it. I'm not going to be every female's cup of tea. But you best believe I'm going to improve based on my physique and my A game and my posture and my intellect, so that way I can market myself and present myself in the best light. Attraction, yes, it's not fair, fellas, but that's the power, because it means that you can take control over your situation. You can change all of that within 3 to 6 months if you locked in and dedicated your time to building a better version of yourself. Because here's the thing, I guarantee you, when your physique is in order, she's going to think twice before leaving you. And guess what? You have a nice contingency plan if she does decide to leave you, because now you can't build shit off of the 5 love languages. If she leaves you, you're still fat, but you know the 5 love languages. But if you're in shape and then you try to implement the 5 love languages and she decides to leave you, then guess what? You will be picked up off the market as you see fit. Don't ever get caught up in playing this game of trying to figure out what her love language is. Speak to her through your presence, because once you do that, fellas, you won't ever have to worry about your woman sticking around, because you are now her new love language, not a fucking book.